That's a handful. That's a handful in full manual mode. Let's see, can we get 3? Oh man, we got 3 rolls in a row out of that. 3 in a row. Ooh.
Okay, some background before we go out and throw this plane in the air, because you're not going to be able to understand most of what I'm saying because there's so much wind in the microphone. I'm taking the Eachine Mini P47 that I converted to brushless, and the wind was 15 to 20 miles per hour, and it was very gusty, and the wind was very unpredictable, which makes it just that much more fun. If you guys have never flown one of these microplanes in that kind of wind, give it a shot. It was a blast. Now I launch it in full stabilization mode, and most of the flights that I performed with it were, most of the flight is in full manual mode. I put it in gyro mode for the launch so that it doesn't flip over on me, and I put it in gyro mode when I'm bringing it in for landing. But the rest of the flight is in manual mode, and it is an absolute blast. I think I have flown the Mini P47 in this much wind when it was stock, but I don't think I've flown it in this much wind since I converted it to brushless. So I will meet you out there. And when I first reviewed this plane, I stated that it didn't have a lot of power, which I thought made it a really good beginner warbird. But I also mentioned that the airframe was a very stable, very forgiving airframe. I really liked the P47 airframe on that Eachine Mini Warbird, and in the high wind flight that I performed on it when it was stock, I think it proved that that airframe was a very, very good airframe. And now that you'll see it after the brushless conversion flying in this amount of wind. And this is more proof that this little Mini P47 is an excellent airframe. So I hope, because this isn't available anymore, as far as I know, the P47 is not available anymore. So I hope that some of you took advantage of purchasing that plane when it was available, because as a brushless little mini micro warbird, it's absolutely fantastic. I have some motors on the way for review. The motor that I have on it now is a Racer Star BR 1306 3100 kV motor. It's spinning a Gem Fan 5x3 prop. I have a bigger motor coming that I'm going to test out on that plane, and so I've got probably 6 or 7 grams of nose ballast weight on it because it was tail heavy. So when the new motor arrives, I'll be able to remove that nose ballast weight, put that bigger, heavier motor on it. Should be able to give me even more performance than what I currently have now with just as much flight time. So I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned for a review of those motors when they arrive. Hopefully in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'll be able to take it out and test it with that. But this is a very, very fun flight, so I'll see you out the field.
All right, I've got the converted brushless Eachine Mini P47 out here, and some terrible wind. Though more terror fun with this wind, but I think I actually have a working gyro on this one, so that's a plus. All right, let's see if yeah, let's see if we can launch it in this wind. Are we ready? That's in fully stabilized mode. Wow, is that fast going downwind. See if I can bring it back. Holy cow. Oh, something. Can you see it yet? Oh, that little gyro is just working its butt off. Look at that. It is working hard. Okay, let's, I think we should have it in, I don't know what the mid-level for this is. You might be able to do loops, but I'm not sure if you can do rolls with it, you know. Intermediate mode, let's see. Oh, it flipped it back over. Alright, I guess we're going to have to go to manual mode on it. See it. I've got my alarm set for 4 minutes. Okay, let's see. Do we want to switch this into full manual mode? Whoa. We are in full manual mode. Holy cow. If I can tell orientation on it here. Something. Full manual mode on this little guy. That was a big wide loop, wasn't it? Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep orientation on this little guy. There goes the roll. All right, let's zoom downwind here real quick. Holy crap! Manual mode on this little guy in this wind. I must be insane. I think so. There's a roll. There's another roll. That is something. That's a handful. That's a handful in full manual mode. Let's see, can we get 3? Oh man, we got 3 rolls in a row out of that. 3 in a row. Ooh. Ooh. Let's keep orientation. Okay. Can we do a loop? Oh, we can. Can we do another loop? Oh, we can. That is too cool, guys. Okay, I'm starting to get my haptic. I've got a 2S 350 milliamp hour in it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put it into gyro mode. We're going to bring it back around and see if we could set it down on this road. Got a bit of a crosswind. It would be nice if it was coming right across it. Man, is that gyro just working like crazy. But at least I got a working gyro on this one, huh? Alright, here we come in. Nice and slow. See if we can keep it pointed into the wind before we run out of battery power. I've got the 2S 350 milliamp hour stock battery from the Arrows Pioneer in it. Last time I flew with that, it had really good power. Now this thing is so light, and I've got so much wind. I think that. Whoa! All right, let's try that again. It didn't want to come down. I got. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Come on. Oh, that was throttle off as soon as I got over the road, guys. So anyway, the last time I flew it with that, it seemed to have pretty good power with that 2S 350 milliamp hour, because it's a fairly, I mean, it's not a new battery anymore, but it's a lot newer than the other one, small 2S lipos I've got for it. I'm going to put that in full manual mode. so it doesn't actuate. But man, was that working the gyro. And that was a bit more of a handful in full manual mode than the bush plane. Of course, it's a low wing instead of a high wing, so that makes it interesting. So I think I'm going to put another battery pack in it. I think I'm going to put one of my 2S, my GNB 2S 450 milliamp hour lipos in it. It'll be the heaviest one I've flown with so far, but I think in this wind, a little bit of additional weight would probably be a good thing. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, one more flight on the brushless converted Eachine Mini P47. I've got it in, look at that freewheel prop. Look at that prop freewheel. I've got it in stabilization mode for launch. I've got one of my 2S, my GMB 2S 450 milliamp hour ADC lipos in it. And it is, the wind is 15 to 20 and it's very gusty out. So this will probably be the last flight of the day. So far I've been really lucky and haven't crashed any of them yet. Launching. Okay, so that is in full manual mode now. Ooh, that is something. Wasn't sure if I was coming toward myself or going away from myself. Ooh, that is some gust, guys. Woo! I'm glad I got to work a gyro on this one. If I can remember to hit the parachute button if I need it. And coming toward myself, I think. There we go. And somewhat coming toward myself. Double roll, plenty of wind for rolls. Oh yeah. Yeah, how about that? It's like a corkscrew. Who would have believed that you could fly this plane as tiny and lightweight as it is in full manual mode and all this wind? That was pretty amazing. I knew this P47 airframe was going to be a pretty stable airframe. It's really underpowered, but it is an excellent airframe. And as long as I don't make any really bad mistakes, I think it'll prove my point. Look at that. Give that sloping. If I was any good at sloping. This is one of those days where you wish you had somebody who could work a camera that could zoom in on it. That is absolutely cool. A low wing fighter flying in a hurricane. Whoa, whoa. It was going to nose in on me there. A wing like that. You can just roll the heck out of it. Alright, let's see if we can descend a little bit. But not too much. Just in case the wind flips it over. Ooh, that was a close one. Timer's elapsed already. Oh, that was already 4 minutes. Fun. Dang. Alright. Alright, I'm going to put it in full stabilization mode. Get that gyro work. We're going to go down, wind, and bring it back up, hopefully. And land it here on the road. I like bringing these micros out for this kind of stuff because they're very low mass, you know. I'm completely out of the throttle now. There we go. I think I may have damaged my landing gear. Let's see. No, I guess it's still there. It just really squat, huh? Oh no! That's what I heard. It snapped the tip of my prop off. I'll be darned. Snap the tip of my prop off. Well, lucky I said this was going to be my last flight today. But yeah, I heard something snap and I thought it was the landing gear, but no, it was the prop. Tough little motor. I think it's okay. Alright guys, well, that was a lot of fun. Absolutely fantastic flying little tiny things like this and all this wind. It's kind of white knuckle. That's why I call it terror fun. But an absolute blast. So I got this one in the air today for a couple of flights. I got the Arrows Pioneer in the air today for a couple of flights. So yeah, I think it's time to pack it up. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.